I'm going to be jazzing up some plain French tip nails just to give them that extra oomph, even if it's just on an accent nail or to put them on all of the nails. So if you're someone who, isn't too into nail art but kind of wants to, snazz up some nails, my usual go-to is to do a French tip. If I'm in a rush and I can't be bothered to, be doing all this nail art and everything, my default normally is just do a French tip, but sometimes you just want a little bit more. So that's what I'm giving today. 5 ideas of what to do to your plain normal French tip nails. I just also want to add that this video is not sponsored in any means. So anything that I say or any products that I use, I'm not sponsored. Enjoy the video. So here are our French tip nails. I went ahead and done them all off camera so that we can just kind of get on and put a new face on each of these nails. A new design for each one. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so on our first nail, we're going to be using some spider gel. And it comes in a pot, kind of looks like this. And it is a very messy product. So I would recommend wearing gloves. So we're going to go in and use the black. It comes in lots of different colours, white, silver, red, blue, green, yellow, whatever, you'll find it. But today I'm going to just go ahead and use the black. So the best tip that I can give is to keep the pot of spider gel in front of your nail, and whatever design you're doing, so you can pick it up and kind of drag it across the nail, but whatever direction you're going, you're going to want to keep it on that side. So if I was doing stripes across, you'd hold the nail this way, or put the pot to the side of the nail and drag it over, back and forward, back to the pot, over, back to the pot, over. Today I'm going to hold the nail sideways because fortunately it's not attached to a human, so we're not going to be bending any hands in any weird directions. So first of all, you're just going to get a pointed end tool. You can use a brush, but it may ruin your brush. So anything that's got like that ball point on the end would be great for this. So as you can see, when you lift it up, it's like this stringy goop. And you're going to want to bring it up, but only so that you have a very fine string coming up. And I'm going to drag it up onto the nail and then over and back down. And we're going to keep on doing that and layering it more and more and more. So onto the nail, over and back down. And you kind of have to like turn the nail slightly as well to get it to go where you want it to go. But I'm going for a little flower petal design on this nail. You just keep on repeating this same movement on the nail. If you're wanting to know any other designs that you could do with spider gels, I do have a video on different ways to use spider gel, and I just do different designs with that. And that's a good one to go and check out if you're just learning how to use it. So it depends on how much you want to put onto the nail with how far you're going to go with it, to be honest. You can kind of leave it quite blank, or you can go the whole hog and just keep going with it. But it ends up looking quite arty, really. And I think that's one of the things that I really like about it, is that you could just keep going with it and it just gives this really cool effect on the nail. And you're never going to be able to replicate the exact same thing every single time, because it's just down to how the gel wants to go onto the nail, to be honest.
Okay. And then you're just going to, you can't see it very well, but there are little spider webs attached to the nail. So I'm going to leave it there. But of course you can, you know, drag it over, pick it up, drag it over the nail, then back on itself again, and then back in the pot, and keep on doing that, back and forward, back and forward. But there we have it, super easy, super simple, and it just adds a little bit extra to a nail. And as I said, you could do this on all the nails or just as an accent nail.
Okay, so on my next nail, I'm going to be doing a cow print design, and I'm going to be using 344 in black, and that is the Beetles gel polish. And I'm just going to add the cow print just to the bottom side of the nail on just the white area. Just gives the nail a little bit extra, and as said, you can add it to all the nails or just the one.
So it is literally just these scattered black blobs on the nail, and it's effective, it looks cute. And if you're someone who likes to, like, you know, wear the cow print trousers and cow print handbag, some cow print nails would definitely top that off. I see that cow print's quite the thing at the moment. Okay, so this is going to need a couple of layers just to get the black to really show up on the white, because it's looking a bit milky at the moment, but that's fine because it's cow print. Excuse the pun. Okay. So as you can see, there's no rhyme or reason with this one. Super easy, but I think it looks really cute. And it would be a really cute accent nail or on all of them. Okay, so there it is, our glossy top coat cow print, and I'm just going to go over it with a matte top coat and show you how it looks with that one. And here we have the cow print with a matte top coat. Look at that. Oh, okay, so moving on to the next nail. We're kind of blazing through these quite quickly. So we are doing water decals in my little princess cup. We're just going to bring the camera up just a smidgen. There we go. And I'm going to be doing some flower decals. So here's the decals that I've chosen. And we're just going to layer some of these onto the nail. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is cut out your chosen flower. I'm going to go for this one here. He looks like a good place to start. Okay, and then you're going to want to remove, there's a little plastic layer on the decal. There's a little plastic layer just there. You're going to want to remove that before putting it in the water. So that's gone. And then you're going to want to grab yourself some tweezers and hold on to the decal by the picture as well, just in case it decides to slip off the nail. Why do I keep on saying nail? It's not nail, it's the decal. Just in case it wants to slip off the decal while it's in the water. So we're going to pop that in the water and just let it do its thing for a little bit. Okay, I think we've got movement happening now. So we're going to take it out of the water, move that aside. I'm going to bring you back down just a little bit closer. We're going to pop this on the nail. Okay, so you're just going to want to hold on to the paper part of the decal and then slide the decal onto the nail. Super easy. And this is just a fast way of getting some decent nail art on your nails. And just kind of move it where you want it to go. And there we have it. So I'm going to go do some more flowers. I'm going to layer them up and make it a very springtime-esque sort of French tip.
So I love doing all these types of little videos just to get some ideas. I'm just cutting out another decal as we speak. And it just, you know, I first started with nail art when I would say about 15, 16 years old. And I was literally just using nail polish, just your normal shop brought drugstore if you're American. So in England we have Boots and Superdrug. And that's kind of like the sort of place where you would be able to, like, you know, get your standard stuff like makeup and shampoo, hair dye, all that sort of stuff. So that's where I got all of my nail polish from. And that's literally where I started. It was literally like me in my room painting nails, and I would like do a section and then be like, then I waving my hand and, like, you know, blowing it to dry it, and then adding a next layer, doing the outline of it. And it took ages, but I persevered. And, you know, people used to always say that, you know, oh, I should do it as a job. But because it was more of a hobby for me, and because I just enjoyed doing it, I just carried on just doing it to my own nails and practicing. And then down the line, I eventually thought, you know, no, yeah, I should kind of, like, you know, maybe just in case it ever pops up, to actually learn how to do this properly and actually, you know, get some sort of, you know, certification for it. So I started watching, you've probably heard of her, if you're someone who watches a lot of nail videos, you've probably heard of her, but I watched a lot of Kirsty Meakin's videos, Neo Nails, and that's how I learned how to do acrylic for the course that I was doing. She has a lot of videos of like how to and beginner videos, and they were so helpful, and she makes it look easy. I don't like to dabble too much in acrylic because, as I said, where I started off, I really enjoyed just doing the nail art side of things, and that's kind of the lane that I kind of want to stay in, is doing, you know, the painting, the nail art, and this, that, and the other. And yeah, but I watched a lot of her videos to kind of learn how to you know, be able to sculpt nails with acrylic and this, that, and the other, and encapsulating things with acrylic. And yeah, she makes it look like a piece of pie. And I passed my course, I would say, through watching her videos. So if you're learning to do nails, or for a course, or just for your own enjoyment to do your own nails, I definitely recommend her videos. But yeah, and after that I was watching Simply Nailogical. She's a fun one to watch. She's a hoot, like she's funny. She kind of self-admittedly says that she's not that good at nails. I think she's hiding something. Like, you know, she's done some pretty impressive stuff. She's a big YouTuber. She's now going on to doing a podcast thing, and I've watched her for ages, and you know, I've just kind of fallen in love with her personality more than anything. And she's brought out, you know, a nail polish range, and I would definitely recommend watching her videos too. And yeah, that's just the sort of videos that I like to watch. Like, you know, let me know, like, you know, who do you watch and why, so that, you know, and I'll go check it out, because, you know, I'm a big YouTube video watcher. I watch a lot of people.
Okay, so I've cut out the next decal and I'm gonna pop that one in the water now. These go really quick. Like, sometimes you only need to have them in the water for a little bit and they're like, whoa, I'm ready. So this is this nail complete. I'm going to give it a top coat, and with the water decals, if you have any hanging over the edge, you're just going to want to trim that off and give it a little file. Sometimes it's easier to give it a top coat first, just so that when you're cutting, it's not still trying to slide off the nail. So yeah, I'm going to do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, and there it is. That's that nail complete. I absolutely love this one. This is definitely one that I would probably do myself. Right, on to the next nail. We're getting super shiny. We're bringing the bling out. Oh, yes. And I've got some of these little ones where I'm going to fish out some of my silver ones. Hopefully I've got some in there somewhere. I should do. I can see every other colour in there, so we should find some silver ones in there, hopefully. But yeah, these super cute. There we go. Look at that. We're going to put that on there. That is something extra. If you're wanting an extra, you know, nail, there we go. I thought it was just going to keep falling off, but we're putting that baby on there. So to achieve this, I'm going in with some Acrygel. You can absolutely use just normal gel polish to stick it on, but if you're wanting to get it to stay on no matter what, I would definitely recommend either using some clear acrylic, just a blob, a little bloop on the nail of clear acrylic, or Acrygel, as it's, let me open it up for you. It is this really thick, you can see how thick, look at it. It is thick. So we're just going to squeeze the tiny amount out and pop it onto your spatula, and you can either put it straight onto the nail or onto the back of your decal that you've chosen. So I'm just going to put the blob onto the nail, and it is a tricky little thing to do. So you're just gonna add it on to the nail, just get it to stick on there. And another thing that you might want to use, depending on how far you're going with it, is some slip solution. And it just looks like this. And it basically, because this is a product that is very, very sticky, and it will stick to the spatula, and it will stick to the brush, and this, that, and the other, it will stick to everything. you're going to want to use the slip solution, and it just gives it that film to, you know, be able to slide off of your brush. So if you are using it with a brush, you're definitely going to want to use some slip solution, because your brush will get wrecked. Okay, so we're just pushing that in and making sure that that's fully set in. And again, I'm going to have to use some slip solution on my tweezers now, as I've brought that into the show. And you're just going to go around with everything that's kind of splitted out the sides, and just go around and just kind of like, you know, you're doing a bit of like, you know, sealing around your bath, like, you know, just doing some sealing, and just keep moving it around. You don't want anything getting underneath, like when you're doing the washing up or stuff like that. You don't want water getting underneath. You want to fully seal that into place. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to want to cure that for the maximum amount of time that you can. So onto this nail, I'm also going to add a little bit more shimmer. Nothing too much, because we've got that massive rock on the nail, but we're going to add just a little bit. Okay, so going in with a detailing brush, I'm just going to go in and follow the line. I'm just going to bring it down this way, and then up, and follow the line. And then the same on the other side, following the line. And then bringing it down. It just brings a little extra to the nail. From drab to fab. Okay, so that's where we're at the moment. And then I'm just going to add a little gem just there, or maybe there. No, we'll do it there. That's the sort of things that go on in my head. Can't make my mind up sometimes. Okay, so I'm fishing out for a silver one. I think I've got one. I've got one. Okay, right. So we're going to need, for this, you can just use a little bit of top coat, as it's only a small gem. If you're wanting to make it last longer, absolutely go in with the poly gel again, or some clear acrylic, and that would definitely seal it in place. But I'm putting on my top coat now, because you don't ever want to put top coat on top of your gems or crystals or anything like that. Anything that is to have a shine on the nail, don't go over it with top coat. You know, I know it seems like you're sealing it in even better, but as long as you're placing it down with the right product, it will stay. If I was to put clear top coat over that, it will ruin it, like, you know, straight away, ruined. It won't shine as nicely as it does now. And then pop that in the lamp to cure, and then that is that nail done. Super glam.
Okay, so for the final nail, we're going to be doing a little bit of nail art to finish it off. And I'm going to be going in with the same colour that I used to do the French tip nails. And that is shade 836 in the Beetles gel polish. And also 823 in the red. So this is a nude colour. The lights are kind of showing it as white, but it's a nice nude colour and a red, and I'm going to be gradually making hearts from the top of the nail to the bottom and graduating it to the red. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of this to this one, and gradually more and more as it gets to the bottom of the nail, adding the red. So this could also be a Valentine's nail idea. Okay, so for our first heart, I've literally added the smallest amount of red to our nude colour, and going to just add that onto the nail and do our first heart. And we're just going to have it so it just gradually, slowly builds up. Okay, so adding the second layer down. It's starting to stand out a little bit more now. And then this is where it gets that little bit more tricky, is we're going to start the heart off with that same colour that we just used on this heart, and do the very top of the next heart. There we go. It's the beginning of that one. And then just adding the slightest, smallest amount that you can into it, just to add a little bit more darker towards the bottom of the heart. And then we're going to keep on doing it. So the colour that we're putting at the bottom of this heart will be the colour that is the top of the next heart. And just keep on going down the nail using that technique. And that is that nail complete. A super easy, very quick accent nail. Just to, you know, if you're doing Valentine's Day, just to add a little bit of subtle love to your set. And there's all the final nails complete. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. It really helps my channel out. And if you want to watch my videos some more, please subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so that you get notified when I next upload. And I'll see you on the next one. Have a lovely day. Bye. Stuck.
Come on. Oh, yes. That's a silver one. I've got it. I've got it.